Well, you actually have a 5-point formula, but I want us to talk about at least 3 of those because you believe in the stability of a marriage by using the community. Let's talk about that. You have some acronyms you've developed. Just talk about that.
Yeah, and so my wife can kind of talk more. So there's the 3 of them that mainly that we push is the accountability. Okay. So having accountability, having authenticity, and also having aspiration, having people that encourage you and push you forward. And so my wife is really big also on the accountability part with her friends and stuff like that.
I find it very, very helpful to have accountability with any friend.
What does that look like?
For me, it personally looks like checking in on them. How are you doing? What are you doing? How's your marriage? How's your family? How's your parents? Get to that depth. I want to win with them and I want to lose with them. I want to be able to be in prayer with them when they're winning and prayer with them when they're losing. I don't think it's fair when someone tells me, oh, I just found out I'm pregnant, but I didn't know they were pregnant, or I didn't know about the miscarriages they may have had, or me and my husband, we made it through the counseling. Oh, I didn't know your marriage was in trouble.
Why do you think people are so secretive like that? I hate that.
I really hate that too. It's not fair. It's like, I want to win.
Because you need help.
Yeah.
You know, we're
right.
Listen,
and
first
we're
of all,
open books. That's what we try to promote is to say, hey, listen, I can tell you about my junk. I can tell you about, and we've had arguments before. We've had insecurities before.
We've had
jealousies before.
People. Oh my God! Oh, I'm not afraid to argue in front of anyone. You're gonna know when I'm mad. But it helps because also them being there, they can see the true and the real us.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And we'll be honest. I remember one time she left a dinner and she had to leave for something early, and someone came and leaned over and said, is she mad at you because she left? And I said, oh, no, she just had to get home for some reason. I told her, trust me, if my wife was upset, she would have got up from the table and said, everybody, I'm upset right now.
He's getting on my nerves, and I'm leaving.
We don't have, we're not trying to put anything on like we're perfect or we've made it. We're imperfect and we need Jesus, and that's what we're trying to show.
Because nobody has 20/20 vision, and that's what you got to remember. Nobody has 20/20 vision, no, not even you. You can't see yourself on, so you need other people to say, hey, there's a spot. I have a mentor who used to say, you can't see the spot on your nose.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody else has to say, there's a spot on your nose.
And that's why we want to be open in our marriage, because we want people to say, hey, Adam. And I remember one time a friend, she bought something and she was real excited and she showed it to me and I just said, oh, that's cool. And then she left, and a new friend that just got saved, he looked at me and he said, I don't like how you don't get excited when your wife showed you something. You should have said, that's awesome, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what, man, you were right. Like, I'm sorry. And he had been saved a month. I've been saved 10 years. And I didn't walk away from that and say, oh, you're a new Christian. Just wait until you, I said, you know what, you're right. Next time my wife shows me something, I'm going to be excited. I'm going to be energetic because you saw something in me that I shouldn't be acting.
I like that. Now, what do you mean by authenticity?
Because so many people get scared to say, well, if I open up my life to someone, how do I know I should pursue that relationship? Well, if it's authentic. If that person is authentic, then pursue the relationship. And you know what? If they're not authentic, then don't have the relationship.
And what's a sign that that person's not being authentic? They don't open up, or because some people are just so private,
Yeah. So if a person's not being authentic, number one, it's always good things. How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. Well, if we're going to be true friends, let me know that you're upset at work. Let me know that you and your wife aren't going. So if it's always one-sided and you're just always doing amazing, well, there's a level of authenticity that's missing, my finances are great. My work is great. It's like, okay, well,
I think that's a good area. I think
I
think you've hit on something really key. I think if we even practice being more authentic, even on Facebook. I told my husband I was going to do this test the other morning. I woke up and I made a really ugly face and I took a picture of myself and I said, I'm going to post this on Facebook. And he said, I don't think that's a good idea. I said, because we're always posting our best selves.
But it's authentic. It goes, oh, you know what? Next time I see Deborah, I'm going to trust her because I notice that she's not trying to put this face on, this facade. So,
Now, what do you mean by aspiration? Your third A, what does that mean?
So
aspiration.
All these are the benefits of community. So people are always trying to find an out to community. So they say, well, I don't want to do community because I've had people lie on me. I've had people cheat on me. Well, that's going to happen. We're all fallen. And so the aspiration part should be, at the end of the day, you need to be a friend, you need to be a mate that aspires that person, inspire. You could do it, I'm inspiring you, you can conquer this mountain. You need friends, like I've had friends come up before, I've heard people have conversations and say, oh, you know what? If my husband did that, I wouldn't put up with it. I'd leave him too. That's not a good friend.
That's not a good
friend. The good friend needs to say, you know what? No, you could do it.
You can do it.
Your marriage can make it.
Now, so you as